Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Raiders content, so hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys enjoy it. Guys, I got a question for you. Is Russell Wilson a good quarterback? Well, the obvious answer is yes. But what have we been saying all offseason, even heading into the regular season? Is anybody really afraid of Russell Wilson? For me, I'm all set with that. The Raiders finally got the memo here. It had been working all season. However, they were still last heading into this week in carries. Josh Jacobs with 28 attempts, 144 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But more importantly, the Raiders got a W at home against a divisional rival in the Denver Broncos. Guys, this is a huge win. The season is not over. The season was never over. This is a huge momentum win. Now, we'll talk more about Kansas City as we get into the week. It's still late Sunday night here in Chicago, but I gotta say, I'm very impressed. I'm very, very impressed with the way the Las Vegas Raiders played today. Defense, same philosophy, bend, don't break. Max Crosby was all over the place. 2 huge critical sacks. Amik Robertson, Duron Harmon, Nate Hobbs, the most underrated DB in the NFL. We stay preaching that on this channel every single time I get the chance. We know Nate Hobbs. We know how good of a rookie season he had, and we know what he's capable of. And, man, he is stepping up right now. He plays with this swagger. He just plays with this swagger. So shout out to that defense because, yeah, like I said, and as much crap as I like to give Russell Wilson, he's still a phenomenal quarterback, still a phenomenal competitor. I've got a lot of respect for him, although he is the most, and the Denver Broncos include them. They're the most cringy team in the NFL, especially in the AFC West. But that's a win, man. 23 points. I know the Denver Broncos offense hasn't necessarily clicked, but I will take that. I will definitely take that. Moving on over to the offense. Don't be fooled by Derek Carr's 188 yards but no touchdowns. I guess he had no interceptions but no touchdowns. Not even 200 yards. Let me tell you this. Derek Carr did his job and he did it well. DC4 with 7 carries, 40 yards, along a 20. I cannot tell you how many drives Derek Carr extended with his legs. There were countless of them on third down. There were other downs, but a lot of his runs for first downs came on third down when they really needed it. And I will also, you got to give credit to the offensive line. They have not been abysmal. I feel like they have done their job, and they have done their job fine. I have no reason to complain right now with the offensive line. Yeah, it's not always going to be perfect, but hey, heading into this season, man, they were getting clowned left and right. Left and right, they were getting clowned. But the story of the day is Josh Jacobs. Maybe Josh McDaniels watches this channel. Maybe he watches any Raiders videos or reads any Raiders articles because we've all been saying it collectively as a fan base. Run the damn ball. Run the damn ball. I don't care if you don't plan on paying Josh Jacobs, which is its own thing. We won't get into that tonight. But Josh Jacobs is a difference maker, okay? He's a playmaker. He's coming off of a quote-unquote down year. Listen, if a down year is like 900 yards, I'll take it. If it's not happening every single year and 900 yards is your down year, Josh Jacobs, Lord have mercy, man. I will take it. I'll take it. With the 28th best offensive line, I'll take that. So tonight, man, 28 carries. That's the big number that stands out to me because that is something you absolutely love to see. And like I said, collectively, all of us in the comment section, Twitter, YouTube videos, online articles, whatever the case may be, everyone's saying, run it, Josh. Please, please, Josh, give it to Josh. Unleash him. But hey, shout out to Zamir White. He had a 22-yard run. Very critical point of the game right before the 2-minute warning on the Raiders' final possession when they clinched it with the touchdown. Zamir White had a really nice rush to get him into first and goal. We know Zeus, 5-star recruit. We know his potential. And I'm glad to see him get. I know he only got two rushes today, but I love to see it. That'll definitely get him some more reps, some more playing time. Moving on to the receiving room. Yes, give the ball to Davante. He's the best receiver in the NFL. I don't know if anybody told you that, but Davante Adams is the best wide receiver in the NFL. 13 targets tonight. Yes, that's the number right there. Money number is 13 targets to Davante Adams. You don't want to become too trigger happy. You don't want to be too reliant. Some games that number might be a little bit skewed depending on the situation, depending on the scenario, how the game starts, etc., etc., etc. So Davante Adams with 9 receptions, 101 yards, you kept finding them, and it was a huge storyline, in my opinion. I think a lot of you guys would agree that he had 55 receiving yards in the last 2 weeks. That makes me want to go hurl. What are you doing? So I'm glad they figured that one out, and hopefully we can see that more sustained because it's awesome. And I also want to mention real quick, because Josh Jacobs also had 5 receptions for 31 yards. What running the ball does is it just opens up your playbook. It opens up everything. It makes your offense run so much more efficient. I was watching this Buccaneers-Chiefs game, and the Bucs have 10 rushing yards. They have over 30 points right now. They're playing the Chiefs, but 10 rushing yards. You're not winning the football game. I'm sorry. Maybe if you have a crazy gunslinger, you'll win some of them. But 10 rushing yards, come on, figure it out. So shout out to Josh Jacobs receiving it. But I gotta say, when you're running that ball, it opens up play action. It allows you to be more creative. It keeps the defense on its heels. It's just money. There are so many benefits to running the football, and you really saw it play into that today. So shout out to Josh McDaniels. Shout out to the Raiders offense. Mack Hollins, 3 receptions, 33 yards. All 3 of his catches were nice. He's also a good blocker. Mack Hollins is a high IQ football player despite his quote-unquote inexperience or age, but I don't have a problem with either. He's just never really had that opportunity, and I'm glad it's coming right now. And I think, although Hunter's been out for the last couple of games, I think this is going to open up the door for Mack Hollins, which we're already pretty much seeing right now. He's coming off a career week against Tennessee. Just a solid game tonight. Darren Waller, he had a big catch, but, I want to see Darren Waller get more involved. I know no Foster tonight, but I would love to see Darren Waller get involved specifically in the end zone. The Raiders really suffered last year in the end zone. Stop saying end zone, buddy. The Raiders suffered desperately in the red zone last season, and I don't want to say they're suffering, but it's not ideal right now in the red zone. So, getting Hunter back, that's going to be huge in its own regard, and to me, this is the coming out party for the Raiders offense, so I'm sure it's only going to improve from here on out. But hey, momentum's in your favor. Like I said, we'll talk about Kansas City a little bit later on this upcoming week, but Tom Brady, I don't want to say he's picking them apart, but that pass game is definitely working. And to see the Raiders put up 32 points today, that definitely relieves me a little bit. So, big week next week. You go 2-3 heading into the break, and, things are completely different than they looked a couple of days ago. So, let me know what you guys are thinking about this Raiders victory tonight. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys are still watching. I appreciate y'all so much for real. Hope you all had a blessed weekend. Let's try and get this video to 150 likes. That would be just a pleasant way to get this Monday going. I'll see you guys later.